Identity politics is a topic that often makes me kind of cringe. Um, it is a topic that's been in our political public discourse for quite a while now, and people on the right and on the left use the term. There's criticizing the Bernie Sanders using the term from some black people. In fact, when I hear people on the right use it, I really don't pay attention most of the time. I kind of roll my eyes because it's usually cynically used, it's hypocritically used. I mean, because they usually try to use it against the left, and it's kind of ridiculous because one could argue that the Republican Party, by and large, is based on identity politics. But when I hear it from people on the left, and it's usually a contingency of progressives or left of progressive leftists who use it, I want to believe it comes from a place of sincerity and not a place of disingenuousness or dishonesty or cynicism. And I generally agree with the ranting and railing against identity politics in the sense that nobody should vote for somebody based on what they are, right? Just because someone's a black female doesn't mean they should vote for them. Just because someone's a Muslim male doesn't mean they should vote for them. Just because someone is LGBTQ, they shouldn't vote for them. You should vote based on policy. Policy matters above all. That is true. What is their how is their policy going that they want to implement a particular candidate? How does that policy affect you, your family, your community, the country writ large? I totally agree with that, but that doesn't mean identity should be ignored because identity does matter. So there's a nuance to the discussion. And for instance, what I mean by that is look at the drug war, right? Especially people on the left think that the drug war should stop, and I would say there's some people on the right, libertarians, who feel the same. And why it's a topic that affects everybody, no doubt. It disproportionately affects black and brown communities. Let's be real; those are the communities targeted with disproportionate sentencing, disproportionate arrests, disproportionate indictments of non-violent drug offenses, of bogus drug offenses. It's just a fact. I mean, there should be no afraid in mentioning that. Yes, the burden on taxpayers helps everybody, but let's be real about who it affects. It's like the opioid crisis. That's really a crisis that disproportionately affects middle class and upper middle class white people. That's just true. I mean, there ain't a whole lot of people in the hood suffering from opioid crisis. They may be suffering from other drug crises, but they're not opioids, right? I mean, it's just true. There's poor white people that aren't really suffering from opioids. Because usually the gateway to opioids is legal opioids. So there shouldn't be a hesitancy to mention that. Now, of course, the crisis affects all of us in some form or fashion, but we know who it disproportionately affects. So that's my problem with identity politics. And there's certain issues, civil rights issues, civil liberties issues that affect black people, that affect brown people, that affect LGBTQ, that don't affect other people. It just, it's just a fact. It's how it is. So, and what you'll hear from sometimes on the people on the left is, well, yeah, we know, we care about social issues. Of course, you care about social issues. You have to. But maybe we just shouldn't mention them. Or maybe the way we should mention them is in a broad sense because we don't want to alienate certain people. And when it comes to issues of civil rights, what they really mean is we don't want to alienate white people or we don't want to alienate white straight males because it kind of makes them uncomfortable. Well, I mean, I'll be honest, I don't really give a fuck about their comfort, especially if you're talking about giving their comfort priority over marginalized people's dignity. There are just some issues that affect or certain groups more than affects others, or exclusively affects certain groups, and that should be there should be no hesitation in mentioning that and addressing that and acknowledging that. We this is a topic that we should approach in a nuanced manner, and people should address it in a nuanced manner. And if they can't approach it and address it in a nuanced manner, then you know, I take to be blunt about it, but hell with them. So that's it for this video. So if you have a comment, please drop it in the box. Go ahead and hit the like button while you're there. It'd be much appreciated if you hit the subscribe button. Visit me in my blog at robbase2110-ezel.blogspot.com. Visit me in my social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all under robbase2110. At patreon.com/robbeasley. And remember, ignorance is a choice, so be informed, be aware. Knowledge is power, and facts do matter. And until next time, see ya.